Do you ever stop and wonder how much time you really have left? I do. At 85, I think about it more than I probably should. Every morning I wake up and there's this quiet moment before I open my eyes where I just feel. I feel what my body is telling me. And after all these years, I've learned that it always has something to say. I lost Harold 3 years ago. 58 years we were married. 58 years of Sunday breakfasts and arguments about the thermostat and holding hands during the scary parts of movies neither of us would admit we were scared of. After he passed, I had to learn a whole new way of paying attention, not to him, but to myself. And what I found surprised me. Your body, even at this age, is still giving you signals, quiet ones, honest ones, signals that can tell you a great deal about how much road you still have ahead. Today I want to share 7 of those signs with you. Not because I read them in a magazine, but because I've watched them play out. In my own life, in my neighbors' lives, in the lives of people I love. These are patterns that doctors and researchers have confirmed, yes. But more than that, they are things you can actually feel if you slow down enough to notice. Stay with me through all 7, because some of the most important ones come toward the end, and they might be exactly what you've been overlooking. The first sign is your walking speed. I know that sounds too simple to matter, but it matters more than almost anything else on this list. How quickly and how steadily you move tells doctors and tells you an enormous amount about what's happening inside your body. Your muscles, your heart, your circulation, even your brain. All of it shows up in your walk. I think about my neighbor Dorothy. She's 77 and she still walks to the corner store every single morning. Steady pace, upright posture, arms swinging easy. Then there's another woman on my street, Rosemary, same age, who started slowing down about 2 years ago. She grabs the railing now. She stops to catch her breath halfway down the driveway. The difference between them isn't luck. It's a conversation their bodies are having out loud every single day. A slow, unsteady walk can signal muscle loss, poor circulation, or even early changes in the nervous system. Your legs are your foundation. When they start to give, everything above them is at risk. The hopeful part is that walking speed is something you can work on. More walks, simple leg exercises, even just making yourself cross the parking lot without rushing to find the nearest spot. Every step you take with intention is a step that fights back. The second sign is your grip strength. This one caught me off guard when I first heard about it. The strength of your handshake, something so ordinary, so daily, is one of the clearest windows into your overall vitality. A firm grip means strong muscles, healthy circulation, a nervous system that's still doing its job. A weakening grip means something quieter and more worrying is happening underneath. Harold had strong hands until nearly the very end. But I've watched other people. My friend Gloria's husband Bernard, for instance, start struggling with things like opening jars or carrying grocery bags years before anything else showed up. He dismissed it, figured it was just age. It was age, yes, but it was also his body asking for attention he wasn't giving it. Squeezing a tennis ball, using simple hand grippers, lifting light weights a few times a week. These small things genuinely help. So take a moment and notice. Is your grip as firm as it was 5 years ago? If not, that's worth paying attention to. How well you hold on to things today may say something real about how well you'll hold on to life in the years ahead. The third sign is your ability to stand on one leg. Go ahead and try it right now if you feel safe doing so. Lift one foot just a few inches off the floor and see how long you can hold it. 10 seconds. Can you do it? Researchers have found that people who cannot hold that position for at least 10 seconds are significantly more likely to experience falls, injuries, and even cognitive decline. Balance isn't just about not falling. It's a direct reflection of the cooperation between your legs, your nervous system, and your brain. My daughter Anne took me to a yoga class last spring, just a gentle one, nothing dramatic, and I was humbled. I wobbled. I had to reach for the wall. It made me realize I had let that part of myself go without even noticing. Good balance doesn't maintain itself. You have to practice it, a little every day. Standing on one foot while you wait for the kettle to boil. Walking heel to toe down the hallway. Small things, done consistently, that tell your body you still expect it to hold you steady. Because you do. You absolutely do. The fourth sign is your sleeping patterns. Sleep is the one thing most of us take for granted until we can't do it anymore. I used to fall asleep the moment my head touched the pillow. These days it takes longer, and I wake up in the night more than I'd like. I've had to learn the difference between normal aging and sleep that's actually hurting me. And that difference matters enormously. When you sleep well, your body repairs itself. Your immune system strengthens. Your brain literally clears away the cellular waste that builds up during the day. People who maintain good, consistent sleep into their 70s and beyond stay sharper, healthier, and live longer. People who don't, who toss and turn, who wake at 3 in the morning and can't get back, who drag themselves through days feeling foggy and depleted, those people are carrying a burden their bodies shouldn't have to carry. If your sleep has changed in recent years, please don't shrug it off. Talk to someone about it. Simple adjustments, getting off screens an hour before bed, keeping a consistent bedtime, getting sunlight in the morning, can make a real difference. You deserve sleep that actually restores you. Don't settle for less. The fifth sign is your appetite and the way you eat. This one I feel personally. After Harold died, I stopped cooking the way I used to. What was the point of making a proper dinner for one? I'd eat crackers over the sink, or just have tea and call it supper. My daughter Susan noticed before I did. She sat me down one afternoon and said, "Mom, you're disappearing." And she wasn't wrong. A healthy appetite after 70 is not just pleasant, it is necessary. When you stop eating well, when meals become an afterthought, when your weight drops without explanation, when food just doesn't interest you anymore, your body starts breaking down its own muscle. Your immune system weakens, your energy fades, and it can sometimes signal something deeper. Digestive changes, hormonal shifts, even early cognitive changes. Ask yourself honestly, are you still enjoying your meals? Are you getting enough protein, enough color on your plate, enough of the things that actually fuel you? Because the way you eat today has a direct and measurable effect on how strong and independent you will be 1, 2, 5 years from now. The sixth sign is how you handle stress. And I will say plainly what I believe. Stress, left unmanaged, is one of the most destructive forces in an older body. I have watched it age people faster than almost anything else. Chronic worry, constant tension, the habit of carrying things that cannot be fixed. These things raise your blood pressure, inflame your joints, cloud your thinking, and wear down your heart. Not metaphorically, literally. I'm not saying life after 70 is without worry. Lord knows it isn't. I worry about my children. I worry about my health. I worry about the future in ways I never used to. But there is a difference between feeling worry and being consumed by it. I've had to learn, and it took me a long time, that some things are simply not mine to carry. A walk helps. A phone call to Anne helps. Sitting in the garden with my coffee and letting the morning just be what it is, that helps too. Your ability to return to calm, to not let every frustration become a crisis, isn't just good for your mood. Research is very clear that it is directly tied to how long and how well you live. If you recognize yourself in this, if stress has become your constant companion, please do something about it. Not for anyone else, for yourself. The seventh and last sign is the strength of your social connections. I save this one for last because I think it might be the most important and the one most people underestimate. Studies have shown consistently and over decades that people with strong social ties, real ones, not just names in a phone, live longer, get sick less often, recover faster, and stay mentally sharper. Loneliness, on the other hand, carries health risks comparable to smoking. I don't say that to frighten anyone. I say it because it's true, and because it's something we can actually do something about. After Harold died, I could have retreated. Part of me wanted to. It's easier sometimes to stay home, to not pick up the phone, to let the days pass quietly and alone. But I've seen what that does to people. My friend Clara lost her husband the same year I lost Harold, and she chose the quiet. Within 18 months, she had declined in ways that broke my heart to watch. The conversations, the laughter, the small daily friction of being known by other people. These things keep your brain alive. They keep your spirit alive. They are not a luxury. They are medicine. So now, before I close, take a moment and think honestly about where you stand with these 7 signs. Your walking speed, your grip, your balance, your sleep, the way you eat, how you carry stress, and the people you keep close. Most of these things, and this is what I find genuinely comforting, are things you can improve. Your future is not written yet. The choices you make this week, even small ones, matter. If something I've shared today stirred something in you, I'd love to hear about it. Perhaps you recognized yourself in one of these signs, or perhaps you thought of someone you love. Whatever it is, feel free to share it in the comments. I read them, and they mean more to me than I can say. We are all just trying to find our way through this part of life with as much grace and health as we can manage. And there is something quietly beautiful, I think, about doing that together.